Test. Test, 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 test. Test, test. Test, 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 test. Alright, well, hopefully the stream is back up and the microphone is working alright. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. It looks like, you know, looking at the microphone display in OBS, it looks like it's okay. Not perfect, but okay. Well, Thunder's hitting every time so far, so that's marvelous. Marvelous, I say. Alright, give me the XP. Give Tony the XP, actually. Because I don't need it, Tony does. Let's switch to Carmella for Jinx. Nitro Man's already dead, he's usually still alive at this point, but oh well. Oh well, that doesn't matter. Hit it with Flamethrower. Alright, is the stream back up? Can you see the stream live again? Hopefully you can. Alright, Lapras. Although I know Fairarm is watching on mobile and has always got a bigger delay than most people, so might take him a minute. Pond. Might take him a minute. Right, one down. Oh dear, is that going to one-shot Devlin because it's super effective? It's back. Okay, thanks, Fairarm. How does the mic sound now? Well, we're not even going to make it through Lorelei this time. Oh dear. Oh dear. Alright, hit it with Earthquake. We are screwed. Screwed. Okay, thanks, Fairarm. Alright, yep, Tony's going to die. With Tail Whip. This is going to be very successful. Mic is better, much better, but alas not perfect. Yeah, it'll probably cut off a few of my words now and then, or the start or end of what I say. Probably just the start, not usually the end. Or if I get particularly quiet in the middle of a sentence, it might cut me off, things like that. But oh well. You know, what can you do? What can you do? Hey you, what can you do? One day, I'll be able to get some kind of microphone that you hook over your ear. Some clipping once in a while, yeah. Not much we're going to be able to do about that just yet. After the stream, I'll try to sort things out a bit more. But I don't know, the best thing that could happen as far as microphones go right now is getting a mic boom at some point, so that I can bring the mic a lot closer to my face and then just not have to worry about any of this software and shit like that, and the noise gate would be well, the problem with the noise gate is that if you're not very close to your microphone, your voice is not that much louder than the background hiss that you're trying to remove with the noise gate. So it can cut off your voice now and then and cut off what you're trying to say. So if you have a microphone very close to your face, then your voice is much louder than the background noise, and it's very easy to just remove the background noise and not your microphone. So yeah, maybe we'll get a mic boom at some point. Maybe not. We'll see. What if we give yourself the best bit would be for you to re-watch the stream? Oh, I know. Alright, hit it with Thunder. I can't really do that during the stream though. So, got to rely on feedback during the stream. And then after the stream I can watch it back and figure things out. And I do little test recordings or have the mic on like that. Alright. Tony's leveled up. Got 2 levels left to go until we add another Pokemon to our Pokédex. Just hold the mic in my mouth. Genius. Genius. You know what's kind of funny? Is that, seems good now, unless you were looking for it, you wouldn't pick it. Okay, thanks, Fairarm. The other day, I wanted to elevate my monitor off my desk, but also have room underneath the monitor for my keyboard to slide under, so that I could have the keyboard in a more comfortable position. So I built this thing out of cardboard, that's basically an L shape, and that supported the monitor and left space underneath it for part of the keyboard to go underneath. And that was good, except it got crushed after a little while. You know, I didn't build it as well as I could have, I suppose. But Froggy mentioned after that I should just get some Legos, and then I could build stuff with Lego. And I thought it was a joke at the time, but then, you know, a few moments later I realized that, hey, you know what? I could actually build useful things with Legos. They're not just toys. Maybe, if we got a bunch of Lego really cheaply, I could build myself some kind of arm that would hook onto my chair, the arm of my chair, go up a bit and then across and hold the microphone inside that. Maybe I actually could build a mic boom that attaches to my chair using Lego. I don't know. I don't think it would work particularly well, but it could be possible. Just be glad my monitor didn't come crashing to the ground. Yeah, no, no, it didn't do that. Alright, hit it with Earthquake. That would be the best sight ever. What, a Lego microphone boom? That would be kind of hilarious now that I think of it. A streamer. Imagine one of the big streamers who makes tons of money every day. You know, and they get all these donations popping up all the time, or tips or whatever. And they're like, and here's my microphone boom. And it's just mismatched Lego parts that had pivot points and making it a movable monitor. Oh no, I'm not talking about holding up a monitor, good gravy. I mean, I could, that'd actually be pretty easy to hold up a monitor off a desk with Lego parts. The L-shaped cardboard thing I made would be better made out of Lego. A microphone boom attached to the chair arm, though, now that's some advanced stuff that I don't know if I could pull off. Maybe we'll see if somebody that we know has some Lego that they don't use anymore. And I can just try to build stuff, because I don't want to buy a mic boom. It's money we don't really have at the moment. I don't know, how much would a decent mic boom be? Like $25? I don't know. You mean to say mic? I see. I don't know about pivots. The only movement this mechanism would probably have is being able to sort of forcefully slide it along the chair arm a bit, I think. Why not buy some PVC? Buy some PVC, you say? I don't know. It's like Lego for adults? I don't know that PVC is too similar to Lego. I'm thinking about how I could use PVC as a mic boom, and how I could secure it. You know, I have, my desk is sort of in two parts. There's like the main area where my mouse and keyboard and monitor are, and then I have an elevated area, which also has a drawer. And on the elevated area I have the GameCube and my second monitor and my phone and all that kind of stuff. Perhaps I could have something, because I don't want to drill holes in this desk or anything at the moment. Perhaps I could have it secured inside the drawer here, and a pipe or something coming out of the drawer at a good angle that can go right up to my mouth. I don't know, maybe I could do it with PVC. But, I mean, how much would PVC cost? I don't know, and then I would need some kind of tool to work with the PVC. I don't know. Boy, to know. Let's hit it with flamethrower. How big of an arm would I need? It was in that drawer. About half a meter, I guess. I would need to be able to drill a hole. Maybe Froggy's dad has some tools that I could use. I'd need to drill a hole in the PVC for the microphone cord to go through. Let's switch back to... Oh, let's switch to Tony and see how he does. Don't really need a tool to work with PVC, then how do you cut it? How do you cut it to the right length? And all that. Okay, survive the ice punch. Now kill it with Ember. Oh shit. Well, the burn. Hey, that's pretty good. Do we have some kind of potion we can use? I just want to, a max potion. I don't want to use the max potion. I wanted this Tony to do it on his own. To succeed. I mean, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just see how we go. Oh, a super potion. Well, hurt by the burn. Use Ember. Just buy it to size. Yeah, but it's, you know, it's probably not going to be perfect if I buy it, so. Ember. Okay, she's using another super potion. Oh dear. That's too much HP for Tony to take down. Crap. I mean, either of those Pokemon are probably going to die if I switch in. I don't know, let's switch into Devlin and, Natural Man and see how it goes. Wait to know. And then there's the question of where we would even buy some PVC. There's probably a hardware store somewhere around here. Alright, Devlin, your turn. Hit it with Fire Blast. Don't kill me with Ice Punch. Okay. We are a little bit screwed. Hit it with Ember. And we did. Dear oh dear. Well, we're getting close. We are getting close. Level 38. Do 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 do. Alright. Welcome to Pokemon League. I'm Lorelei. Blah blah blah. You know what would be ideal? What would be ideal would be to drill a small hole in the left corner of this desk, like on my side, like close to me. Small hole just on the left side because I don't put my hand all the way over there. And then have a rod going up about 30 centimeters or so. Of course, ideally you'd want it to be adjustable height, but you know, we're trying to design a very cheap mic boom here. 30 centimeters up, and it'd just have a thread on the end, and you could put a nut on either side of it, so that's fine. A nut and a washer on each side, so you don't damage the desk. So a pole going up, a thin pole going up, 30 centimeters off the desk. Then another pole attached to that. That's about 30 centimeters or so, and you'd want this to be adjustable too, but we're trying to be cheap, so it wouldn't be adjustable. And then I would attach the microphone to that. Since we're on a budget, I'd probably just attach it with tape or something. And then I would probably be able to swivel it reasonably easily. Get it close to my mouth. I don't know. I'll have to see what I can do. I'll have to see what I can do. Of course, then there's always the option of somehow securing the microphone to me. You know, I was talking about on face, like face microphones, those ones that you hook over your ear, and then it goes along your cheek, and it just comes off your skin a little bit. Like, it's not supposed to be touching your skin, but people always configure them wrong. So it's just touching your skin, and it comes right up to the corner of your mouth, and that picks up your voice really clearly. Maybe I could secure the microphone to my head. Maybe I could put on a headset and then tape the microphone to one of the ears of the headset. Oh man. Maybe I could use my bicycle helmet. I could wear my bicycle helmet and then secure the microphone to that. Genius. By 3 straight T-joints, connect them so that you make a stand with 4 legs using female parts. 45 degree below to each one. Add a 6-inch part of the pipe to make a T to make legs. Out of 2-foot pipe at the top. 90 degree elbow on it. Then a 1-foot pipe in that with a 90/45 degree elbow to place your mic, and of course you'll change the lengths of pieces for your mic. I did not fully understand your design there. I need a diagram. I need a diagram. I could have my streaming helmet. I could make a streaming helmet. That would be kind of hilarious. Secure the microphone to my bicycle helmet and then wear that whenever I stream. I don't know, I think that idea is pretty hilarious. Then I definitely don't want to use a webcam. That look like a very strange person. I don't know. Streaming helmet seems pretty genius to me. Streaming helmet. And bugger. How to explain you can make a diagram if you want. I'm sure you can come up with an idea of your own. Yeah, probably. Probably. And if not, a mic boom's not really that expensive. A decent microphone. Well, you know what, the mic boom I had in New Zealand was cheap and it was not decent. It was pretty rubbish actually. It did the job most of the time, but you're better than I thought. Blah blah blah. When you're experimenting with this, please use your mic that already has the nonsense stuck to it. Absolutely. Of course I will, Froggy. Of course I will. Alright, alright. Onyx has nothing on Carmella. Use Earthquake. We might actually be able to beat some of these Pokemon. I don't know about the Hitmonlee and the Hitmonchan, but Onyx is no problem. Oh, apparently he is. That should barely do any damage. Okay. Hit it with another Earthquake. You know what's annoying about Twitter? Somebody followed me on there. Whenever anybody follows me on Twitter, I'm just suspicious. I'm like, did they actually follow me? Or are they just trying to get followbacks? And, oh look at that, it's a Stream Homie spam account. Wonderful. And report. Gosh, Twitter, gosh. Alright, Hitmonchan. Whenever somebody favorites one of our things, I'm like, did they actually like my tweet, or do they just go through auto-favoriting everything with hashtag Pokemon in it, you know? Annoying. Alright, he missed with his counter. Let's see how much Flamethrower does. And do you get stab in this game? I guess you do. Same type attack bonus, that is. STAB. Alright, Tony gets some XP. Hitmonlee, let's see. Alright. Bruno's sending in another Onyx. It's probably going to use Rage, hopefully, maybe. Earthquake, actually, I hope he uses Earthquake. Because Carmella, Charizard is part flying. Fire flying, so immune to ground type attacks. Harden, alright, use Harden, sure. You're clearly one of those people that favorite tweets because you are a bot? Absolutely. Now, I have nothing against favoriting tweets, there's nothing wrong with that. Just when people favorite them just to try to get you to follow them or check them out or whatever. It's so annoying. Alright, Marchamp. Hit it with a Flamethrower. And then it's going to kill us in one hit, unless it misses. Well, it uses Leer first, alright. fissure. Okay. Oh dear. That Marchamp. That Marchamp. Alright, alright. XP, XP. Tony gets some XP. Alright, well, we're on to Agatha, I think her name is. Come on, get me. Alright. Alright, alright. Oh, now this whole microphone thing is just, hey Aurum, welcome. This whole microphone thing is going to be on my mind the entire morning now, till after the stream when I can actually maybe do something about it. And let's try a flamethrower. Welcome Aurum, how are you doing? You've been playing Metabots recently, really, Fairarm? As in Metabee/Rokushaw versions on the GPA, because that's awesome. Glad to have some influence on people, you know? Hard as hell and confusing. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's a very difficult game. It's a very strategic game. You have to rebuild your Metabots all the time, depending on which Metabots you're facing. Very difficult. You good just got to work? Ew, work! Why on earth would you go there? Why on earth? Metabee version, nice. I've been looking for Metabee version. I've got Rokushaw. Not Metabee yet. I'll probably stream both of them at some point. At some point. They're very hardcore though. Metabots is basically the hardcore Pokemon. It's very, very difficult. What have you been up to lately, Aurum? Have you tried YouTube gaming yet, or do you have any interest in it? You know, I saw you and Open Nerd had a disagreement about YouTube gaming. Obviously, Open Nerd was quite enthusiastic about it because he hates Twitch, and you were quite negative about it. So I'm guessing you haven't tried it, although you may have visited it, but not streamed on it or anything. And are not particularly interested in doing so. You go to work because you're bad at streaming so you don't make fat stacks of Twitch cash. Dear oh dearie me. Well, if you think you're bad at streaming, look at my stream. The microphone sounds okay, but it's clipping sometimes, and you can hear background hiss whenever I'm talking and stuff like that. And the video quality, while it's the best I can do with this kind of game, because I'm playing a Game Boy game with the GameCube, using Game Boy Player on the GameCube and then capturing it through composite output. It's the best that I can do, but it's, you know, that doesn't stop it from being not great. Blurry. Who's the Terabad streamer now? And we're dead. One more hit like that and we're dead. One more hit like anything and we're dead. There you go. Don't know why I didn't bother to use the Pokeflute there, but I mean, we were going to lose anyway. We had only our level 38 Ponyta. Your first few battles. 1. Have no clue what's going on. 2. Press auto. 3. Huh? 4. Win. 5. Get into another battle. 6. Try to battle by yourself. 7. Lose. Lose. 8. Game over and didn't save. 9. Rage. Yep, it's a bit like that. You don't game over after every battle later on, as long as you have 2 or more Metabots constructed. But until you get the second skeleton, you can't build a second Metabot, so you game over after every battle. Opie and you were talking about different things, really. You're referring to the main page of YouTube Gaming. Who's talking about the streamers page? I see. You know what? I think the worst thing about YouTube Gaming is the misunderstanding, or the wrong expectations people have had for it. I've heard a lot of people be like, oh, I just want to see streams. Where are all the streams? And of course you can just hit the live button and find all the streams. But people go into YouTube Gaming expecting it to be just streams. Although their navigation certainly does need some work. I think if you go to YouTube Gaming with the forethought that it is for streams and videos, then it's not bad. It's got a way to go though. It's got a little way to go. One thing I am interested in, not that it would affect me because I don't usually get a huge amount of chat activity per my number of viewers. Yeah, you know, not what you'd call... I'm interactive in that I talk with the chat, but I'm not interactive in that I have all of the dinglings and flashing lights on my stream and notifications for everything, so, you know, and points in the chat and stuff like that. Fire spin? Sure. Let's get rid of Growl, because it's worthless. But yeah, I'm pretty sure YouTube Gaming with live streams is using a similar algorithm to their videos with how they rank them. As in, they don't just rank by highest number of views, they rank by viewer retention, which is how long somebody actually watches a stream. They probably rank by number of likes, or what they call viewer interaction, which is likes and amount of comments, people tweeting out the stream and stuff like that. I don't know if they have integrated tweeting. I've seen the streamers doing like a YouTube integrated tweet, but I don't know if they have integrated share this video stuff or share the stream stuff yet. Maybe they do, they probably do. But yeah, I've noticed that not just the top numbered, the top viewed stream, most viewed stream, is always at the top necessarily. So I'm pretty sure they're doing that kind of thing. Ranking by viewer retention and interaction, rather than just number of viewers. Which is interesting. I'm not really sure whether that's good or bad, to be honest. I guess it means viewbots are less effective though. That's good. I don't know what viewbots are going to be on YouTube Gaming yet. We'll have to wait and see. Though YouTube's been pretty good about viewbots in the past. But, you know, sometimes it takes them a while to get rid of viewbots, you know, so. Wait to know. Wait to know. Wait to know how YouTube Gaming's going to go with viewbotting and stuff. Alright, Naturman. Hit him with Thunderbolt. Now, Aurum, I know you don't get a lot of time to stop by my stream. I know you don't get a lot of time to do really anything, because you're working and you've got a significant other and you've got your stream to prepare all the time. I think you prepare music for the stream before you actually do the stream, right? And then you, like, mix it on stream or whatever, I don't know. I don't know how all that music nonsense goes. I don't know how that all works. But since you can't be here very often, if you want, you can have the privilege of reserving a Pokemon name if you like. You can, you know, whatever your favorite Pokemon is. Like, oh, name blah 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 this name when you come up with it, or when you come up to it. That's a rare privilege. You should be very honored that I'm giving you this opportunity, Aurum. Because I think the only other person I've offered that to is Froggy, since she's at work whenever I'm streaming. She gets to, oh, also she's my fiancée, so she kind of gets special privileges. But yeah, if you'd like, you can nickname a Pokemon in advance. Alright, wonderful, wonderful. Naturman gets XP, Devlin gets XP, yes, yes. What does Media Force? I think you mean Metaforce, that was probably an autocorrect. Metaforce, Metaforce is like a special power. I'm proposing to you also. Aurum, please. Aurum, please. Froggy now hates you. Metaforce in Metabots is like, well, you build up Metaforce. Every time you're hit with an attack, you get 20 Metaforce. Up to a maximum of 80. Or you can charge your Metaforce using your leg Metapart. It's much faster than using any attacks. You just run to the middle, charge Metaforce, and run back. When you have full Metaforce, you can use one of your Metaforces. Or Metapowers, or whatever. I think they're just called Metaforces. And that's a certain attack. Like, I think the first one you get with Rokushaw is, I can't remember what it's called, but it's a Berserk type attack that hits all of the Metaparts of one Metabot. That'll use up 80 Metaforce, so all of it, but different Metaforces use different amounts of Metaforce and do different types of damage and things like that. But I don't think you'll have any Metaforces at the moment, Ferrum. I think you need to hit level 10 with your medal before you get your first Metaforce, then the next one's at level 30, and I haven't gotten much higher level than that yet, so I don't know what the next level is for unlocking another Metaforce, but I'm kind of thinking 50, which would probably be like the max level for a medal. I'm waiting to find out. Alright. Click through all the XP all freaking thing. Alright, Machamp, you've got no chance. Hit it with Surf. Yeah, so Metaforce, generally speaking, is a more powerful move, but you have to charge up Metaforce to use it. And by the way, regardless of how much Metaforce a Metaforce takes, even if it's only as little as 30, you still need to charge full Metaforce before using it. Can you be an Alakazam? Sure, do you want me to name an Alakazam Aurum? Because I'll do that. I'll do that. Not a problem. Not a problem. Alright, there we go. Duran gained XP, Devlin gained XP, blah 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 blah. You know what? I wish I had a little whiteboard just above my my monitor on the wall. That would be nice. How much does a whiteboard cost, and how can we secure it to the wall? I was thinking about that last night, having a whiteboard just up there to draw silly designs on for microphone booth, write ideas down and key points that I come up with for games that I'm developing, and things like Aurum wants Alakazam to be named Aurum. Does Metaforce make you move faster? Charging Metaforce, when you charge Metaforce, you move very quickly. But Metaforce has no effect on your overall movement outside of any turns when you use it. So when you charge Metaforce on that turn, you will move very fast because it's not an attack. When you use the Metaforce, you'll actually move very slowly. Just because it's a very powerful attack, so it makes you move slower, you know, to balance it out. It's generally how it works. A very powerful attack will take a long time to charge up, and radiation time will be long as well. But yeah, no matter how much Metaforce you have, you just move the same speed if you're not doing anything with Metaforce that turn. Whiteboards are supposed to go in the back of the room so that viewers can see your booty shorts when you get up to the name on the board. I forgot about that. Damn it. Damn it, I'd totally forgotten about that. I don't know, I'm still unsure about all those streams. I haven't watched any of those types of streams in ages, and even then, I've barely ever seen them, just, you know, out of morbid curiosity, or somebody posted it on, like, the Twitch subreddit, be like, look at this fucking bitch abusing everyone with her boobs. You know? I'd be like, well, what is actually going on? I need some context here. I want to understand people's opinions and what's going on Twitch. I still don't know. I still don't know about those streams. I don't know. Is there anything wrong with using your sexuality to get viewers on a gaming website? I don't know. I don't know. You can't beat this one guy in the school? Yeah, I mean, I died twice on the first 3 battles. You know, when you face those 3 bullies, I game over twice on that. And I've played the game before. I played the game a few years ago. So I should be, you know, I should know what I'm doing. But nope. It's a very difficult game. Once you learn how to play, you'll get a lot better at it. A lot better once you start understanding each system in the game. But the game does not do a good job of introducing those systems to you. It just drops you in the deep end and is like, here's everything all at once and no explanation of what it does or how to use it. So you have to sort of figure it out bit by bit. Figure out how targeting works with your different attacks. Figure out how defending and dodging works. And figuring out how you deal damage, and how you defeat enemies, and how different parts work, and how synergies work, how Metaforce works. You have to figure out everything yourself because the game doesn't tell you. It's quite brutal in that regard. It's actually, in my opinion, a design flaw with the Metabots games. It should start off with simpler battles with no Metaforce, and with explanations on how each thing works. It should also start you off. It starts you off with a strike arm on your right arm, I think, and then a berserk arm for your left arm. Right? You have the sword, which is a strike, and you have the Hypo Hammer. Well, that's Rocket Shot version. I don't know about Metabee version. I can't remember what you get in Metabee version. I think you get a gun, one of your hands, and you get a missile for your head that's Berserk, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. But it should really introduce those things one by one. And it should maybe take 10 hours of the game to actually introduce everything to you. Like, finally, after 10 hours, you would have 3 Metabots at once. Have a full team. So, yeah. But, I mean, yeah, they skip the tutorial, they skip any kind of teaching and just drop you in the deep end and let you lose over and over to the first battle. Yeah, not a great design in my opinion. But once you learn how to play the game, it's a great game, in my opinion. In my opinion. It cut off my in. The first time I said in my opinion twice there. And I think the first time it cut off my in. Oh, microphone noise gate settings. I'm going to have to construct myself a mic boom. I'm going to construct one. It's going to be great. Oh wow. Wow. Rich Dog just did a great tweet. I'm actually retweeting right now if you want to see it. I find it hilarious. Hilarious. You beat it? Nice, Ferram. Now good luck against the most powerful bully. The most difficult to defeat. I think Koji's the second one, right? With the blue Metabot. Now you have to face the lead bully. So good luck. Rich Dog is great. Rich Dog is great. I don't like that he spends half of his stream killing bugs now that he's in Norway or wherever the hell he is. Yeah, it's pretty not nice, but his stream is marvelous. Just hilarious. Alright, hit it with Mega Punch, and we missed. And we're dead to Hydro Pump. You beat the bully? Oh, are you saying, oh, you've already beaten the bullies? I thought Koji was bullies, but second bully, but maybe he's that other guy who comes along with the girl. Alright, we can do it. Hit it with Tail Whip. Oh, we're dead. Tony is level 39 though, very close to Rapidash. We're very close to Rapidash. Alright. Let's see how close we are. 1423 XP. Just a few more battles. Koji is the other thug? Oh, the guy, okay, you see. With the delay, it's kind of hard to know whether I'm right or wrong about certain things. It takes you a while to respond. Rip it in Tostina's pizza roll. Indeed, indeed. Alright, Lorelei. Let's see what new moves you've got for me. Go, Nitro Man! Hit with Thunderbolt! I'm playing very intense. This is the intense gameplay of Pokemon. Anyway. Enough of being silly. Time to get serious with this live stream. With some highly engaging and entertaining commentary. This is a very large casino. It is a large casino. It is a very large casino. This is a large casino. It is a very large casino. Hey Diddy, welcome. I see you got your account back. How are you doing, me good sir? How have you been doing lately? I think the first, like, sort of mission in Metabots is great, by the way. In Metabots, the first task... Well, first you have to beat some bullies. And then, you have to find the person who is using a Metabot to tickle girls, to tickle cute girls, and beat him. Alright, hit it with another Thunderbolt. No, you haven't. This is just an underscore. Or have you? I don't know. I don't know. I forget what your usernames are, there are so many of them. Alright, Carmella, it's your turn. Da-doo, 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 da-doo. Hit him with flamethrower. Alright, well that's the worst move she could have done. Because it's going to die in the same turn it would have anyway. With dealing less damage to me than it could have. Alright, level 53. Right, alright. And Tony gets some XP, good. When you wear the skirt and she's chasing the Metabot, yeah. Metabots is a strange game. It's a Japanese game. It's a very Japanese game. This is a very Japanese casino. Alright, hit it with Thunderbolt. You have to find the person who's using a Metabot to tickle cute girls. By dressing up as a girl. Because that's the only thing that makes sense. To catch a predator. Metabots version. Metabots edition. That's what it is. It's the To Catch a Predator video game. That's what Metabots is. By the way, there hasn't been a Metabots game ported outside of Japan since 2003. Want to get Don't Let Senpai Notice You? Is that a game? It sounds like a horror game, or like, I don't know, the gameplay of a horror game where you've got to sneak around and all that kind of stuff, but still achieve things without being noticed by your senpai. Hey, Cortish, 251? What's so Dan's game about that? Are you saying I should go hardcore and get 719, or however many there are now? Because I will be doing that at some point. Just don't have a 3DS capture card yet, so I can't do all the more recent games. But welcome, Cortish. How are you doing? And let me know if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I pronounce it... I'm saying Cortish, just because I don't know. When I see names that are weird, I'm just like, I don't know, it's how the Japanese would. But it could be Kotesh, or... I don't know. I feel like if it was Kotesh, it wouldn't have the U there, so I... like... Though, Ko, but though has a U. Ko has... I don't know. I don't know. Hey, there we go. We can finally switch Pokemon after we finish this Pokemon match. It's a stealth game. We have to eliminate all the romantic competition without senpai noticing. I see. You would love to see a Gen 1 game with 190 Pokemon? What do you mean? Gen 1 with 190? I do not understand. I mean, maybe if you consider Fire Red, Leaf Green Generation 1, which I do, but I mean, I think officially speaking they're considered Generation 3. They're just Region 1, or the Kanto region. I just go by their regions, really. Boy, just go boy regions. There was originally a... Oh! Before they ran out of space on the cartridge, right. I know what you're referring to now. I've heard of that before. Never really looked into it, though. Alright, we're taking these down with Surf. No problem. No problem. Tony's getting some XP, not that he needs it anymore. Alright, hit it with the Surf. Alright, one more Pokemon, and it's a Machamp, so it should be the most difficult. But every time we face this Machamp, it just uses Leer every time, so... I don't know, we'll see. Including Ho-Oh, Legendary Dogs, Tyranitar, many evolutions of Pokemon that were weak in Generation 1. Really? The original 190 were supposed to include Ho-Oh, Raikou, Suicune, Entei, Tyranitar, and a bunch of extra evolutions of weak Pokemon? Well. You know what? I'm a little bit glad that they didn't put those Pokemon in to Generation 1. The storyline of Generation 1 is a bit short. It's a little bit short. But other than that, I think Generation 1 is pretty full as far as amount of Pokemon I want to memorize and catch and things like that in a single game. I don't know. I don't know. Why? How could I lose? Hey, there we go. We can get rid of this damn Rapidash now that it's finally evolved. Finally evolved into Rapidash. And this would be Pokemon number 106, I do believe. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, let's just die against Agatha. I wish you could retire. Like, just go start. Retire. Nope. Can't do that. Can't do that. Alright, Agatha, what do you have for us? What are you going to mix it up with? You just had the buffer wheel show up, but the stream didn't stop? That's weird. Wonder why that was. I wonder. I wonder. Alright, yeah, just kill my Devlin. Who needs Devlin anyway? Just kill him. I'd laugh if Devlin had just entered the stream when I said that. Alright, Tony, time to die. How do you expect me to win with a level 40 Rapidash as my only Pokemon? I don't expect you to win. I expect you to die. Just Twitch being Twitch. Twitch is twitching. Who would have thought? Alright, we're pretty dead. Maybe one more hit? I don't think Nightshade will kill us. Nope. One more hit. And we did it to ourselves. I threw it on the ground. Alright, let's go and get rid of this damn Rapidash. And see what other Pokemon we're going to do next. Alright. 106. What's the next Pokemon on the chopping block? Sandshrews and Pokemon Blue, Vulpix Pokemon Blue, Meowth's Pokemon Blue, Alakazam. We do need to go and rename a Kadabra and then evolve it to Alakazam, but we'll do that with trading. Could evolve Marchop to Machoke. Bellsprout is in Pokemon Blue. Graveler needs to be trade evolved. Doduo to Dodrio. Let's get a Marchop out. Let's do Marchop. Let's do that. Alright. Deposit Tony. Now when did I catch a Marchop? I think box 2. I'm thinking box 2. Whoops, and I went press B on accident. Alright, Pump is what our Marchop is named, I seem to remember. There, whoops. Don't release, don't release. Really like how you gain the meta part for winning? Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Pretty great. Alright. Pump, there he is. Easy peasy. And he's going to be absolutely worthless in our Pokemon team. Let's just verify quickly that it is. Yeah, there you go, Marchop. Boo. Alright. No real need to heal up, because if Marchop goes into the battle, he's going to die in one hit anyway. But hey, we might as well. Alright. Let's save the game. We're at 106 Pokemon caught. And guys, it has been an hour, which means it's time for a quick break. So thank you all so much for hanging out until now. I will be back in a few minutes. In the meantime, please enjoy my YouTube videos, which I'll bring up on the screen in just a moment. So, go to the transition screen, which is just a black silent screen for a minute, and then I'll bring up the videos. I'll see you all back here in a few minutes. Where am I from? I am from New Zealand. Little old country down on the bottom of the earth. We have to have everything tied down here, or we call it tied up, because since the earth is a sphere and gravity pulls down, I'll do a diagram for you guys. Let me dig in. Let me make myself safe. And I'll explain this to you guys, because I know a lot of people in the northern hemisphere don't really understand, you know, our sort of special requirements. Let me open up Paint and I'll show you guys. So, the Earth is a sphere. Let's see here. This is a little science lesson for you guys. The Earth is a sphere. And you have the North Pole, it's all cold, and the South Pole. And you have, you know, America and Canada and stuff, which are kind of like that. So they're kind of on the top. So you're fine up there. And you have, like, Europe. Is Europe over here? It's kind of a massive place. And then, you know, there's other places over here. I don't know how the Earth looks. Whatever. But New Zealand is way down here, with this tiny little island down here. Well, 2 islands. And then there's like Australia is there. So this is New Zealand right here. Since we're on the bottom of the Earth, you know, gravity is pulling down, we would just fall off the Earth. We would literally just fall off the Earth if we didn't. So we tie everything down. And we have, like, rooms built. Like, I'm in my bedroom and it looks all normal. But this whole room is upside down and the roof is, like, tied to the ground. So the roof is, it's like a normal room. Like, I've got everything on the ground, or the floor, but the floor is, like so is, like, you know, a stick, a rope, and then the house is hanging like this. All our houses hang from the earth, like that. So, you know, inside everything is normal. So use a little thing. Inside you just have, you know, tables and stuff on the ground, because gravity's pulling that way, but we have to tie them by the roof to the earth to stay on, otherwise we'll all fall off. So, you know, we've just got to deal with some things here in New Zealand. Anyway, let's get back into the game here. He's got airborne. He's gonna second to airborne, isn't he? You know what? Oh, he's got 2 things. Shit. We have to use that. I hate to use that right now, but he's just gonna second to airborne and one-shot me. Like, he's gonna get 84 damage on 1 airborne. Oh, watch him, watch him. Watch him buff this airborne. Watch him buff the shit out of this airborne. Ha ha! Bye-bye! Nice airborne, 73 damage! Oh! Sorry! Terribly sorry. Oh, so sorry. Not sorry. Not sorry, though. So sorry, but I'm not sorry. Oh, God. Ha ha! Yes! Ha 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 ha! You just, fuck this! Concede. That's it. Ha ha! Yes! Oh, man! Ah. Go! Go! Oh, close. Go! Go! Then up pedal! I normally go on the left side of this, so I wonder if it's different on the right at all. Kind of is. Kind of is. Ooh, a nice jump there. Ooh, the same kind of jump there. Ha ha ha! Grinding. This is actually Tony Hawk's Pro Driver 2. Damn. Let's get up on top of here so we can see the look at this game. Look at that. That is so beautiful. Let's put that away for a second. Isn't this the most beautiful scene from a game you've ever seen? That's quite amazing. Thanks to the moral and graphics and sound overall. And we can look at it like this. Over here. Like that, so we even get the bit of the city in there. This is quite an amazing shot. I could just sit here for an hour or 2. Ash Ketchum is a boy of 10 years old, and in the world of Pokemon, that means it's time for him to get a... Alright, I am back, and it's time to continue playing Pokemon Red as part of Pokémarathon Classic, where we are catching all 251 Pokemon. Pokemon Red, Blue, Gold, and Silver. Welcome back, everybody. After the break, I hope you enjoyed the videos and Aurum. I appreciate the appreciation for my diagram. A lot of effort went into it. You know, I considered being a science teacher when I was on the stat selection screen for real life. My job. I was considering science teacher. I went with streamer in the end. But I still like to teach a little bit of science when I get the opportunity on stream. Anyway. Let's keep on keeping on in the game. I do hope you all enjoyed the videos. Some of them are just old stream highlights, ones that I particularly thought were good. But more and more of them are becoming YouTube videos that I'm making more recently. Like the Pokemon series, Ash's Journey, for instance. The next episode of that, by the way, is already done, episode 3 of Ash's Journey. Just waiting for a good time to release it because, you know, I don't get enough time to work on those videos all the time, especially with the recent shenanigans going on at Froggy's work. I haven't had much time to work on videos. I've just been like streaming and then she's come home. So, yeah. We'll have to see how the video production goes, but basically they'll release at least once a week. And if I can get back into schedule properly and making the videos on time, then they should release a couple of times a week or a few times a week. Alright, Slowbro, let's see what you've got. Hit it with a Thunderbolt. Okay, one more of those. Well, maybe two more with the Amnesia. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Ah, wonderful. That's just what I wanted, was a Super Potion on your Slowbro. Thank you. At least it wasn't a Hyper Potion or a Full Restore. Of course. Let's just use another Super Potion. I don't mind. I mind in case anybody pick up on that. I mind that she's using Super Potions. Okay, let's finish it off with Strength. Easy peasy. Alright, go through all of that. Okay, let's bring out Carmella. By the way, Ferrum, could you let me know if you're here? Because I want to talk to you specifically about Metabots. Or I just have something to suggest anyway. Hit it with a flamethrower. That's not what I'm going to suggest. Yeah, I need this cord to sit up here so it doesn't flop down and touch my leg. Bother me. Pokemon Red and Blue, only Slowbro's only damaging move is Water Gun? Well, the only one he learns. To be fair though, you can teach him Surf, you can probably teach him Ice Beam. Maybe Psychic? I don't know. That moment when you can't attack at all anymore. What, in Metabots? Yeah, if all of your damaging Metaparts get destroyed and you use up all of the charges on your head, yeah, you're just screwed. It's harder in Rokusho. Rokusho is actually more difficult than Metabee version, I think. But anyway, Ferrum, what I was going to say was, if you're really enjoying Metabots, I imagine you're emulating it, which I have nothing against emulating. Especially if they're old games, or if you can't afford them, whatever, no problem. No problem. But, if you're really enjoying emulating them, I would recommend getting a DS Lite and a copy, if you can. I know it's rare. Metabots, Metabee, and Rokusho versions are rare. I'm actually looking for Metabee version at the moment. But if you can afford them, and if you're really enjoying them, I would highly recommend getting them on DS Lite. Because it's a lot of fun. Slowbro had Psychic and Surf in yellow? Oh, I see. I don't know what you mean by that, Cortish. Hi, question mark, Kappa? Hi, Kappa, question mark? Don't know, did you think I was ignoring you or something? Because I just responded to your Slowbro thing before. I just responded before about the Slowbro. Wait, wow! So they decided to make Marchop. That was just surprising, because in other games he looks light bluish. And then in this game, well, you all saw. You all saw what I saw. They were working with a limited color palette. We've got to give them a break, right? Alright, Lorelei. Alright, let's see what we have. Let's see what you've got for us. Ah, Dugong. What a huge surprise. What are we going to do about this, I wonder? Probably use a rest. Wonderful. At least just stopped using Aurora Beam, because that was wrecking us. That was absolutely wrecking us. You're currently emulating it on your iPad, so you have the ability to sit in class and play. Oh yeah, I know. It's still better on the DS Lite. It's still best on the DS Lite. Was there a DS Lite XL? I don't think there was. Was there a DS XL that still had a GBA slot? I don't know. I know the original DS was hideous. I don't know if it had a GBA slot. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, hit it with the Thunderbolt. I actually want to look that up. DSXL. And then DS Lite. Oops. Lite XL. Probably no DS Lite XL. I think that would kind of defeat the purpose. DS Lite XL. Really, apparently the DSi XL was going to be named DS Lite XL. DS Lite XL doesn't exist. From DS onwards, no GBA slot. DSi onwards, no GBA slot. Yeah. That's what I thought. That is unfortunate. Really, the DSi. Ugh. It was supposed to be like just an updated version of the DS, but playing the same games with some It's like the new 3DS, I think. I think the new 3DS is the new DSi. If you're getting a 3DS right now, you might as well get the new 3DS, but it's not that much better than a 3DS. I don't know. I don't know. GBA slot is a key part of the DS Lite. Maybe a DS XL would be better than a DS Lite, though. I don't know what the difference is. But I only have it. Well, for again, I only have. I think we have 2 DS Lites. I brought my one from New Zealand, which has a broken hinge, so it just sort of flops around. It doesn't really stay in place. And then she's got her one, which is in much better condition, which is what I'm playing. What I'm playing Metabots on in my spare time off the stream. Alright, the Jinx has been taken down. Is Nitro okay? Nitro Man's still alive. Good. Kind of need him to take on the Lapras. Devlin's leveled up. Marvelous. What did the I stand for? I have no idea. Maybe internet? Because the DSi had I don't know. Did it have better internet on it? A better method of connecting to the internet? Because I remember on the DS Lite trying to connect that thing to the internet. You had to change like the security setting on your router from WPA2 to WPS or something. Hey Advance, welcome. How are you doing, Advance? And what have you been up to lately? What does the DS stand for? Dual screen. Dual screen. That's what DS stands for. Very imaginative name for a Nintendo game system with 2 screens. A Nintendo dual screen. DS certainly sounds better than dual screen though, so I'm glad they shortened it. I'm glad they shortened that. Alright, we know you like to use Blizzard. Just get on with it. Alright, now Pump, it's your time to shine. It's Pot Rock, so you can be super effective against it with your normal type karate chop and no fighting moves. Damn it. Alright. You're enjoying the last day of a long vacation. How am I? I'm pretty good. Thank you all. I've just muddled up my chords though, so that's not great. Alright. Trying to play while also moving the controller around and untangling it a little bit. There we go. I think I've figured that one out. Crisis averted. Alright. Alright. Bum bum ba bum boo boo doo boo 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 boo. Alright. Hit it with Thunderbolt. Marvelous. Okay, excuse me. Yep. Aurora beam, wonderful. Yep, use that. Half kill my Nitro Man. Wonderful. That's what I want. Hit it with Thunderbolt. You know what I think Pokemon could use? Pokemon games in general could use a better reward for completing the local Pokedex, or the regional Pokedex. A better reward for completing the national Pokedex. And then rewards for getting every single Pokemon up to level 100. And then rewards for getting in each regional and national dex. And then rewards for getting shinies of every single Pokemon in the regional and national dexes. Now that would be great. That would be marvelous. Hit it with a Thunderbolt. In fact, I wish there were unique Pokemon outside of shinies that you can only get through certain special means. That'd be cool. Like, imagine what about a Chrome Pokemon? It reskins the Pokemon to be all shiny and silver. That'd be cool. I got my Chrome Nidoking. Whoa, he's got a Chrome Nidoking? Holy crap. I don't even know how to get Chrome Nidoking. How do you get medals? You only get medals through certain special events in the game. You get one medal given to you if you go after you figure out. I think it's after you've beaten the guy who's been tickling girls with the Metabot. You go to the lab and talk to that first woman you met in the lab, and she lets you choose one of 6 medals. Then you get another medal. The third medal you can get, or at least as long as I haven't missed any, you can get in the next area on your next sort of mission. You go to this mountain, and then you can go to this little area where these people are like, this is my training ground, you better be careful here. And if you go all the way to the end of that, there's nothing there. Except if you walk onto a particular block, this ninja jumps out and he's like, you found my secret hiding space, don't tell anyone, here, take this medal as a reward for keeping silent about this, sort of thing. I don't remember exactly what he says, but it's something along those lines, you know. Alright, hit it with Thunder. And we missed. Come on, Devlin. Lapras was paralyzed and you still couldn't hit him. Come on, Devlin. Come on. Alright. Carmella, you can do it. Carmella probably can't do it. Use Earthquake. I believe in you, Carmella. You can definitely beat this Lapras. Well, one more of those and you will be... Well, never mind. 2 more of them? I don't know. Well, 2 criticals in a row. I'm from New Zealand. Enigma, welcome. How'd you know? What's SA, by the way? South America, I guess? Or South Africa, rather? I've had some people think I was from South Africa because of my accent. You seem pretty good at picking up accents there, Enigma. Welcome to the stream. How are you? How are you doing? You probably hate my terrible fake, whatever accent that is, because you're apparently good at recognizing them. Or maybe you're just from New Zealand and are able to recognize New Zealand accents. I don't know. I don't know. South Africa, yeah. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. You know what? I had a South African science teacher. Specifically, physics teacher. Back in high school. She did sound kind of New Zealandish. No problem, Ferram, no problem. I guess you just went to that scientist lady and got the 2nd medal. Probably. Hitmonchan? Well, we only have Carmella. I don't think Pump counts because he'll just die in one hit from anything. And we're just training him up. You know what? I do need to Google What level Marchop evolves into Marchamp? Marchop. Alright, alright. Yes, Narpum leveled up, good. Good, and learned low kick. Okay, he's actually learning some stuff. Okay, it evolves into Marchamp, or Machoke level 28. Good. That's not too much. That's, well, much too many. Too many levels. That won't take too long. Won't take as long as Ponyta did to get level 40 to evolve into Rapidash. And in the meantime, we are getting plenty of XP for our main Pokemon League team. Although Pidgeot's still at like level 46, and what's our other Pokemon? I can't even remember. Good gravy. It's been so long since we had them in our party. Oh, is it it's a Primeape. Which is about level 47 or 48, I think. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, hit it with a flamethrower. Wonderful, wonderful. Another flamethrower. Did it just use Lair again? It did, didn't it? But he uses Lair every time we fight it. As if that's going to do anything. Good gravy. So it's a great trainer, this Bruno guy. He's all brawn and no brain. Alright. Whoops, 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 whoops. Alright. So Froggy and I yesterday went to some more retro game stores. We were heading out anyway, so we were like, well, we might as well look at some retro game stores on Google Maps and see if there are any nearby. We went to 3 retro game stores, bringing our total to 5 now. The first 2 that we've gone to, and that we didn't go to yesterday, but that we've gone to previously, were pretty good. One of them was, you know, it wasn't like really pristine or anything. It wasn't really sort of, you know, high quality, the building or their shelving and things like that, you know, but it was fine. They had a lot of stuff there. That was actually where we got Metabot's Rokushaw version. There were nice people behind the counter and everything. And then the other place we went to originally was sort of the higher quality place. But their prices were a bit high. They did have a big selection though. And they had a bunch of you know, PS2 games and stuff like that. So that was good. It was a good place. Just didn't have what we wanted. So the 3 places we went to yesterday. The first one we went to, there was just some lady working there, and I don't think she actually cared about video games or anything within the nerdy culture at all. So, oh, we have anime and everything related to anime. And I was like, okay, and then she just sort of ignored us, mostly, while we were in the store. You didn't really see the store was really nice, everything was really laid out really well and everything like that. And really, you know, clean and everything, but the person just did not care at all, and the selection was pretty bad, and what they did have was hilariously overpriced. I think they had The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword there for $90 or something? $95? Freaking insane. So we went to another store. The second store we went to yesterday, it was more like a crappy second-hand store, and they just happened to have a lot of video games and video game related stuff. Because they were also selling like canned drinks and little doodads and knickknacks, and the whole place was a shambles. A lot of the stuff was broken. I don't know. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad, and they didn't have anything we wanted. I think it was mostly just for people buying second-hand PS2s. Was what that store was for. The third place we went to though yesterday. Ooh, it was a good place. It's quite far away from us. It was the farthest away, so we probably won't be going there very often. You know, just if they have something particular that we want, we might call them and ask them if they have it. Or we're on the waiting list, or call list for Metabot's Metabee version. So if they get that, we'll be going there. But, damn, it was a good store. It was pretty large. It had some really nice people working there. It was pretty, you know, good quality, everything. All really nicely laid out, and they had a big selection. Fire Spin, I don't think we want. Alright. That's actually where we got another copy of, well, neither of us actually owned Pokemon X, as it turned out. Froggy wanted Pokemon X. We got it for like 20 bucks there. It's really good. She wanted Pokemon X so that she could play through that. And I didn't realize that I don't even have Pokemon X. I thought I did this whole time. Thought I had a digital copy of it, but I don't. So we're going to have to buy that so that I can do the Pokémarathon when I get a 3DS XL capture card. Dear oh dearie me. They didn't have Metabots though, so disappointing. Disappointing. But they even had an automatic text notification thing. They said they put us on a list for to be notified if Metabots Metabee version comes in, and it'll automatically text us when they put it into the inventory. Holy crap! This place is great. Too bad it's so far away. All right, hit it with the Mega Punch. Probably the best place out of the 3 good places and the 5 total retro game stores we've been to. That one was probably the best. It's just the farthest away, unfortunately. Alright, Hydro Pump kills us in 1 hit. Marvelous. Marvelous. How do you switch what Metabot you aim at? If you use Strike or Berserk attacks, I think pretty much any melee attack with a Metabot, it will attack whichever Metabot is closest to it. So if you look, whenever you use a Strike or a Berserk attack, actually it's not only just melee. It's not just melee, it is Strike or Berserk. If you use Strike or Berserk attacks, it will attack whatever Metabot is nearest. So whenever you get to the middle line thing, it'll hit whatever's nearest to it. So whatever's closest to the middle line, basically. I don't think it counts like vertically how close things are, so just whatever's close to the middle line on the enemy team. If you use an aim shot, it will show you what it's targeting, and what it's targeting depends on the parts of the enemy Metabots that you're facing, and the medal that you're using. Each medal has a different target that it favors. So some medals target support type metaparts, some medals target aim shot type metaparts, and etc. So yeah, it's very hard to know what you're going to aim at until you actually hover over the thing and see what it's going to be aiming at. It's very hard to know. I still don't really fully understand that aiming, so I just check it each round and see what it might be aiming at and see if it's something favorable or if I should go with one of my Strike or Berserk moves or whatever. Yeah. Alright, Cloyster. Hit it with a Thunderbolt. Excellent. Excellent. In case any of you are unaware, by the way, which you might well be, I take all this footage, all this Pokemon footage, and edit it up. Usually 4 hours turns into about 2 minutes, and I make YouTube videos out of it, sort of in the style of the Pokemon anime. So if you guys are interested, I'm going to post my YouTube link in the chat there. I do put a lot of effort into those videos. I'm a nerd. If you guys are interested, check that out, my YouTube channel. If not, then don't. But I do show my YouTube videos during the breaks on my stream anyway, so if you want to just have a sample, a free sample, no obligations, no need to visit the thing or subscribe or anything like that, you just wait until I have a break and you can see some of my videos. In the break time I play my YouTube videos. That includes the old stream highlights and things like that as well. But more and more the break time videos will become just my produced YouTube videos, you know, as I get more and more of those YouTube videos done. Eventually it will be only my my YouTube videos and not my stream highlights playing during the break. Alright, Lapras. Lapras is always the biggest problem against Lorelei, which I suppose makes sense since it is Lorelei's final Pokemon. Hit it with a Thunderbolt. Alright. Hydro Pump kills us immediately. Marvelous. Nacho Man's doing more and more damage. I mean, he's level 57 now. Really getting up there. Nah, Pump is level 22. But he's getting reasonably, you know, closer and closer to becoming Machoke, rather. Blizzard will kill us on 1 hit. Perfect, just what I wanted. Just how I wanted this battle to go. Carmella will probably die in one hit unless the hit doesn't land, in which case we can kill it with a couple of earthquakes. This game makes you rage so hard. Metabots, yeah. It's difficult. It's very difficult. And also, if you want to do well in Metabots, you need to make sure to get every single Metapart available in the current area. And also, when you've got multiple Metabots, you might want multiple copies of certain Metaparts before moving on from an area, because you'll need them in the next area. Alright, alright. Wonderful. How dare you? Blah blah blah. I've learned in Metabots that the leg Metapart is extremely important. If you have bad leg Metaparts, you're just going to be half the speed of the other enemy Metabot. It matters based on the terrain. You could have a slow Metapart that is good on rocky terrain and be much faster than a fast leg Metapart that is not good on rocky terrain. You could, yeah, you really need to pay attention to what types of terrain you're playing on and adjust your Metabots for that. But then if they have, you know, if you're on a seashore area, and so you decide to use C-type legs, then the enemies might have anti-sea attacks and just wreck your Metabots. Alright, hit it with a flamethrower, so you need to be careful of that too. It ends up being very difficult. Even from the shops. Yeah, I bought all of the Metaparts from the shop as well, as soon as I could, and I'm glad I did. You can get the bat Metaparts that are in the shop, like in the next area, but it's difficult to defeat the bat Metabot that the guy uses unless you have the bat Metaparts, because the bats are anti-air, and they're air type, but they have anti-air Metaparts, so you get the anti-air Metaparts from the shop and use them to defeat the bat Metabots. Alright, and we're screwed. No way Narpump's going to do anything. Do it, Narpump! Come on, use low kick! Well, we might survive one rage. Well, there you go. Low kick doesn't do much. Ouch. Need you to stream it so I can... What? So I cones your pro skills tips. I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. Good gravy. Good gravy. Oh my goodness, that X-Defend just chopped my damage into a slither, I say. Yeah, Metabots is just Pokemon with way more strategy involved. It's like Pokemon if you started off with trainer battles. If you started off playing like in a tournament, in a Pokemon tournament. That's what Metabots is like. The AI doesn't even need to be good because of the way the game is designed. You have to be clever to beat the enemies, but the enemy's AI doesn't have to be particularly good. Kind of an interesting game design. Way that the game itself is difficult because of the way it's designed, not because of particularly good AI or anything. Very interesting. Alright. Alright. Good, good. Now Pump gets some XP. Can copy your pro skills. I see. I see. How you got NES from PY? Maybe it was just autocorrect. You slightly mistyped it and then it autocorrected to cones. I don't know. Oh, we don't know. Oh, come on. Give up with your damn thingamabob, whatever it's even called. Clamp or something. Yeah. Oh, good gravy. Just killed Nitro Man with Clamp. Good gravy. Alright, Devlin, your turn. Plus strategy times difficulty. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Oh dear, just hit a thunder. Or just die. Just die to the Aurora Beam. That'd be a good idea. Nope. 69 HP, that's where I want it to be. It was all part of Devlin's plan. Good work, Devlin. Alright, alright. You know what I'm glad about? I'm glad we finished the safari already, and we don't have to go back there for Tauros, and frickin' Scyther, and, Kangaskhan, and Chansey. Oh, I'm glad we have those Pokemon already. Oh, come on, are you going to hit us, frickin' Thunder? We've hit 2 out of 6 Thunders, okay. 3 out of 7 now. Hit the next one and we'll be on a 50% accuracy. Good work, Devlin, good work. Alright, Jinx, let's bring in Carmella for this one. Thunder isn't going to do too much against Jinx, but Flamethrower will. Rage to the power of 9001. Alright, take it down in 1 hit. Albeit a critical hit, but a single hit nonetheless. Alright, Narpump's leveled up. We're going for level 28 with Narpump. That's when he becomes a man, a Machoke. Alright, hit it with Thunder. Okay, we actually landed a Thunder against the Lapras. Okay, we got a critical hit. Good work, and we did. Maybe Carmella can finish this Lapras off with Earthquake. We'll see. You liked catching Porygon the most? Oh, that was great. Yeah, getting the Porygon. That was so fun. So much fun. It's so entertaining for the viewers as well. It was a great moment on the stream. I should have highlighted it and made it into a YouTube video, and I should just play it during every break time. Alright. Ah, the relaxing music. It's like rejuvenating. Holy crap, why am I so tired? It's a good thing I'm not using a webcam, because at this point it'd be in my mouth with how widely I've been yawning. So all you'd be able to see is the inside of my mouth. I'm yawning that much. So tired. Why? Why? I gotta find night sleep, didn't I? Got to sleep a little bit late, woke up a little bit early. But well, I don't know, I had trouble getting to sleep last night for a while. Trouble getting to sleep after I woke up in the middle of the night. And then couldn't get back to sleep after I woke up 20 minutes before the alarm. I guess that's not a very good night's sleep, is it? I suppose that doesn't sound like a very good night's sleep. Now that I think about it. Alright, hit it with the Flamethrower. How's the programming going, by the way, Faram? To be honest, I'd be surprised if you're actually finding the time to do any of it. Amongst all of your other activities. Good gravy. I'm going to be rather amazed if you tell me you've made any progress whatsoever on the programming front, without your other things suffering anyway. Good gravy. That was such a big yawn. A long yawn. Alright, Earthquake. My eyes are literally starting to water with tiredness. Dopey-eyed. This is one of the reasons I don't use a webcam. Nobody wants to come in and see this guy just widely yawning with dopey eyes as he's playing a game. You know. Alright, he might potion, so let's just hit him with another Earthquake. Of course he doesn't, so it ends up being a bit of a waste, but oh well. Alright, Machamp, no problem. Hit it with a Flamethrower. And another Flamethrower. This might actually finish it off. Alright. Alright, alright, alright. Why, how could I lose? We had so much strength and no skill to use it. Definitely not tired. Not sure if you should take that as an insult. Absolutely not. Absolutely not there, Farram. It wasn't intended as a compliment or an insult, though it would be a compliment if you have actually been able to do any programming while maintaining your other hobbies that you're trying to pursue. That would be a compliment, because my impression would be a compliment. My impression, because of your ability to maintain so many hobbies actively. It was certainly not an insult. Certainly not an insult. Alright, Leah. Leah has been learned. Let's use Earthquake on this combat, I think. I think that'd be a good idea, right? I think that would be a good idea. But instead we'll opt for the Flamethrower. Every time I stop talking, I'm definitely not just yawning. Yeah, you haven't programmed anything, you're just watching a tutorial series and learning and practicing. You're almost done with them, so you will hopefully get into development. I see. Are you planning on developing anything in particular? Like a game? Do you have a specific type of game in mind or something? Or a game idea that you want to do? Or any applications that you want to program? I feel like I should have already asked that to you before, but I don't think I have. Boy to know. Boy to know. Alright, finish it off with a Flamethrower. So yeah, it ends up being a compliment since you've actually been able to maintain programming hobby along with all the others. It does end up being a compliment. Do we have any Earthquake PP left? Yes, we do. That should take care of the Arbok pretty quickly. Alright. Nope, not quite. You know what's been bothering me lately? There's a spreading trend amongst gamers. A phrase that is used all too often and is infecting people's speech. Real quick. Hear that all the time. Real quick. People use it as an adjective. Or as an adverb, rather. You know, real quick. Well, real quick doesn't even make sense. Really quick could make sense. But real quick doesn't make sense in almost any situation. But people say, I'm just going to go do this thing real quick. Real quick, intended as an adjective. In which case, if it were an adjective, it would be, or intended as an adverb, but using an adjective. In the adjectival form, it would be really quick. That dog is really quick. But since it's an adverb, they're doing something real quick. It should be really quickly. And we can't even hit this guy, so we're just going to leer at him a couple of times. Ghost type against fighting normal moves. Not a good matchup. You have a few ideas for games, nothing that is going to make megabucks and hasn't been made before, but you've been thinking of a survival game that she's inspired you to make? Interesting. Interesting. Well, my advice, if you do end up actually wanting to make like a decent game, obviously you can make whatever games you want to start off with, right? And you can always make whatever games you want. But if you want to make a game that people will actually like and play, I would say don't make whatever's super popular at the time, unless you're going to make it really unique. You know, think back to, well, I don't know, you're a bit younger than I am, so maybe you don't think back to this time. But I think back to the late 90s, when 3D platformers were in their prime, in that they were very, very popular, and there were a decent number of them, but they weren't totally overblown. But people started making 3D platformers for anything. People started making 3D platformers for every franchise. Every game was a 3D platformer. And if it was just a standard 3D platformer, it would be worse than the previous standard 3D platformer because people have already played it. It's not new. It loses the newness, and even though it can be the same game, you could release the same game a year after. You could release, you know, Crash Bandicoot 1, and then if Crash Bandicoot was released again a year later, it would be worth the original release of it. Because people have already played it, because it's no longer new or innovative. It's the same game again. So all these survival games coming out at the moment, the next survival game that comes out has to have something new in it. Has to be new. Has to be innovative. Can't just be the same old survival game or survombi game. Survival zombie game. Whereas if you make, you know, space games are sort of growing at the moment, with Elite Dangerous having come out, Star Citizen is in development, and there are some others that are indies starting off, but it's still sort of the rebirth of space, or first-person space sims anyway. So that'd be a good one to make a game for now, because you don't have to be super innovative, you just have to make a really good first-person space sim, and people will like it because it's not that common at the moment. Those 2 extra lees take too much time, so let's just say real quick. Yeah, let's just say real quick. Let's just start omitting letters that take too long to say. Yawn. Hey Devlin. I'm imagining you're saying yawn because you're tired and not because my stream is boring. That's what I'm just going to assume. Welcome Devlin, how are you doing? Obviously you're tired. Late 90s when you weren't born, or maybe you were. Can't really recall now you're in the stream. You mean you were definitely born by the late 90s. You were definitely alive. What's this year, 2015? So you were obviously born at latest 1997. You just woke up. Well, welcome, Super Devlin. Welcome. You know what I just got reminded of, speaking of the late 90s and birth and childhood and things like that? Birth sounds a bit... But anyway, yesterday when Froggy and I were at these retro game stores, I saw a game I have never seen in its case and stuff like that. Wild Arms. Wild Arms. Fair Arm. That's... I won't... Okay, I'll just say that's a good idea. That is a good idea. It's a good idea, Fair Arm, that you've got there. Make a Metabots type of game. It's definitely not, well, I'm not gonna... No further comment on that, but that's a good idea. Making a Metabots-ish type of game would be a good idea right now. Anyway, I saw Wild Arms, and Wild Arms was a reasonably popular JRPG back in the day. I don't know if you would even call it JRPG. It was made in Japan, I think, but it was kind of Western, like cowboys-ish, treasure hunting, that kind of thing. Ancient golems. I don't know. It wasn't very Japanese finish, but it was made by Japanese people. So I don't know. JRPG. I don't know. It was an RPG on the PlayStation 1, and it was the first PlayStation 1 game I ever owned. It came with my PlayStation 1 when I won it from a kids' TV show called Squirt. Kids' Saturday morning TV show. So I have a lot of nostalgia for that game. But I played the game as a kid. Never finished it. It was very difficult. It was a very difficult game. So I played the start of it many times, but I didn't actually finish it ever when I was a kid. But some years ago, it was a few years ago now, I think I streamed it. I completed the game. I finally picked up the game again and I completed it. Start to finish, done. But naturally I emulated it because I couldn't find a copy of it to buy. I would have bought it at the time, but I couldn't find a copy. So I found a real copy of Wild Arms in case with booklet yesterday, and I never had the case or booklet when I was a kid because it came, like, it was one of those black discs just with the thing printed on the front and it was in a sleeve. Came with the PlayStation when I won it. So, you know, that's how they did a lot of games as promotions back then. They just put them on standard black discs with a name printed on it and not much else. Not much fanfare to go with it. So I saw the case and disc and booklet all together there on the shelf at a second-hand at a retro game store for a reasonable price, and I had the hard decision of whether or not to buy it. Because even though it was a reasonable price, it's still, you know, money to spend on a game. It's like, we're very careful with our money, Froggy and I are. So I had the tough choice, so I made my thinking noise. I did that a lot in the store. I was walking around browsing other things, thinking about Wild Arms, going, trying to think of whether or not to buy it. And in the end, I decided not to. And I'm glad I did. Though there's still that little bit in the back of my mind, I was like, sure would be nice to own Wild Arms, you know, your first ever PlayStation game. Be nice to own that, in case with booklet. But I've come full circle with the game. I played it as a kid, I had a lot of nostalgia for it, never finished it as a kid. I finally came back to it a few years ago and I finished it. You know, I played through it and I finished it. So, I'm glad I made the decision not to get it yesterday. Though it would be nice to own. I don't think I would bother playing it for many, many years. And even then, it would just be a bit of a nostalgia trip more than the actual desire to play that game. It is a good game. Were you here for it? You think you remember that? I don't know. I think you were, Ferram. Did Ice Lunch seriously do nothing to dim? Ice Punch? I didn't notice. I was busy reminiscing about Wild Arms. Wasn't really focusing on the gameplay here because it's just tapping A. Well, I have no idea. I have no idea. But you might be right about that. Alright, Bruno, let's see your Machamp. Show me your Machamp, girl. Show me those Machamps. We in the club. Everybody's looking at her Machamps. I do not even know. I do not even know. Alright, now Pump must be close to leveling up again. He's like level 26 right now or something, or 25? Level 28 is the goal for Machop to evolve into Machoke. 28 is the goal. So who here has tried YouTube gaming, by the way? And what do you guys think of it? Big news for anybody interested in OP Nerd, he will be streaming on YouTube Gaming. He did a test stream the other day, just playing some Crisis, just to test video quality and how the interface works and things like that. Then he did his first official stream, which was another episode of QQ. It was a live episode of QQ. Well, I don't know if it was QQ, but it was his opinion on Twitch versus YouTube Gaming. I should have used the Poké Flute there, but I don't really care about beating Agatha. Well, I mean, okay, let's use it. Poké Flute. But OP Nerd said in his stream that he will be starting regular streams. They're probably 3 days a week, 4 hours a day. But possibly more if he gets the time. Regular gameplay streams in a week or so. So, there you go. I know a lot of, people from my community, either from OP Nerd's community or have been in OP Nerd's community from mine. So, I'm sure there are at least a few people here who are interested. Oh dear. Haze. Nothing. Wait, does confusion count as a status change? Did Golbat just cure my confusion for me? I think it just did. Thank you, Golbat. Thank you so much. That was very useful. Oh dear. The only thing Golbat did with its time there, it's level 27 now, Pump. The only thing Golbat did was clear my confusion and die. Good work, Golbat. Pump's level 27, nearly evolving to Machoke. Your dream thing to program is an app that has everything you need in it, a to-do list, a schedule, a document manager, a writing program, a keynote type thing, etc. But you don't own a Mac. You could run it in VirtualBox, but you don't own a Mac version, so you can't. Came here from OP. Oh yeah, you came here from OP. There you go. There you bloody go. How you're watching OP on your terrible internet? I don't mean that as an insult. It's just you have bad internet. I have no idea. I think you were lagging all the time on his stream, weren't you? Deary me. Alright, hit it with Earthquake. You know, the thing about a program like that, Ferram, it's possible, but any program like that exists today is probably really, really bulky and slow. That's why people make things separate programs, just because you don't want to load up all of the stuff necessary for a document manager, a writing program, a keynote, and some other stuff when all you wanted was the to-do list and the calendar thing. But I don't know, if you had, if it was a very multi-threaded application, we should use Earthquake against Sky because he's poison type. Ghost poison. I just remember that. If it was a very multi-threaded application, and each of those different things ran its own separate thread, and then you had a background thread loading everything that you needed as you decided to use different parts of the program, I think it could be pretty efficient. Shutting down the things you're not using and unloading that RAM. It could be efficient. Anyone else lagging? I'm not dropping any frames. Better watch what you say about Fair Arms Internet. It was okay back then, now you could never watch? Oh, that sucks. Your internet's actually gotten worse since then. That's unfortunate. You'll DDoS me with your super ultra hacksaws internet skills. No! There's no DDoS-erino. Alright, Gyarados. Prepare to be destroyed by, yeah, okay, we're dead actually to the Hydro Pump. Never mind. Never mind. Oh well, I missed the Hydro Pump. Misses 3 more times, well, or 2 more times. Might defeat it. Well, there's one more time. One more time. Well, there goes the Gyarados with 3 Hydro Pump misses. Goes down. Deary me. Alright, Dragonair, we have nothing good against Dragonair. You know what I need to check? How much XP till you level up, sir? 856? We need to be careful not to level him up, because we're going to lose this fight. We're going to lose this fight overall, so we don't want to level him up to 28 and then white out and not have him evolve. That would be rather unfortunate. That shouldn't be enough to level him up. Alright, good. Good. Now he's on about 630 XP. You know what, we'll switch to him so just to make sure he dies. We'll switch to Narpump just to make sure he doesn't get any more XP in these. Hit it with a Karate Chop. Just hate to have to switch between apps for some formats of documents and have one assignment in one app and another in a separate. Then have to go to iBooks to read PDFs and stuff. Yep, that does sound like a pain. That does sound like a pain. Oh dear. So not tired. So not tired. I'm the opposite of tired. I'm energetic right now. Lance has an army of devlins. Yep, indeed. Is it just using agility every time? Is it going to let... I don't want to beat it with Narpump because he'll level up but won't be able to evolve because we'll white out at the end of this battle. Just wait till I get on my Xbox and ban you from Xbox Live so you can never play COD again. Oh no! Don't ban me from Xbox Live! Oh! What am I going to play? How am I going to play Pokemon without Xbox Live? Yeah, I'm purposefully not having Marchop defeat Dragonair. Even though I could clearly easily beat it because of some crappy AI. You need your life to be super scheduled? Yeah, you do. All the stuff going on. Oh, my eye is bothering the heck out of me right now. What the heck? I need one of those little makeup mirrors that women have. And men who wear makeup, I suppose. Just people. That people have. So I can look into my eye right now because it's freaking bothering me. Can't find one perfect scheduling app. Well, you know what they say. Do it yourself. Guess that might be part of the reason why you're learning programming, is just to make those apps that you want. When is frickin' Dragonair going to run out of agility PP? Come on. Come on. It must have used... That's 9, and this is 19. So, 28? 28 agilities. That's 29. 30. 31. Does it have 35 PP? 32. 33. 34. 35. Surely that's the last agility. 36. How much PP is on agility? 37. 38. 39. 40. This will crit, so it shouldn't go. It shouldn't pay attention to those layers. Oh my god. Oh my god. You know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to play the poke flute. 41. 42. Do the enemies not run out of PP? It used a hyper potion. All right. 43. 44. 45. That must be the last agility. Come on. Oh my god. 46. 47. How many agilities can this Dragonair use? 48. 49. 50. 50. Does it have infinite agilities? That's 52 now. 53. 54. 55. 56. 57. 58. Does this go on forever? 59. 60. 'It's used 60 agilities now. There you bloody go. Did it have 60 PP for agility, or did it just use the different moves because of the Pokemon I switched to? Oh my god, it's just going to use agility infinitely against Narpump. Why? Why? Oh god. Narpump's going to level up and evolve, not be able to evolve. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. How much does low kick do? Surely it does less damage. Okay, we missed. Good. No! I don't want Narpump to win this. No! How do I suicide in this game? Crap! Oh, this is so stupid. This is so dumb. You've got to be kidding me. I tried my best to lose. I tried my best to lose. My level 27 freaking Marchop defeated his level 56 Dragonair or whatever it was. Oh, for goodness sake. For goodness sake. It used agility like 65 times. The one time I switched, it used Hyper Beam. It's like, oh shit, I better use Hyper Beam on this one. You see what happens? You see what just happened? Now we blacked out, we whited out whatever it says, and we have to get it to level 29 to evolve it now. Alright, it's been another hour, guys. I was really hoping that wouldn't happen, but it did. It's been another hour, so it's time for another quick break. So thank you all so much for hanging out until now. I'll be gone for just a few minutes. In the meantime, please enjoy some YouTube videos. You know what I'll do? I'll do this. This is a good idea. I'll go to this screen when I'm doing this spiel while transitioning. Thanks so much for hanging out until now. I'll be back in a few minutes. In the meantime, please enjoy some YouTube videos from yours truly. Let's see. Let's set it to here. Let's go like this. Alright. I will see you all back here in just a few minutes. Holy shit. Oh my. In the last episode, Ash defeated the first gym leader, Brock of Pewter City. Since then, he traveled through the dangerous Mount Moon. He was attacked on all sides by Zubats and had his first encounter with Team Rocket. Ash was making great progress until he got stopped in his tracks by his rival, Gary. It was a battle of epic proportions, with Gary pulling out powerful moves like Quick Attack and Teleport. But in the end, Ash defeated him and moved on towards Misty, the gym leader of Cerulean City. Huh, Water-type Pokemon, this badge'll be a cinch. Go, Tommy! Show this Staryu who's boss with a Hyper Fang! Great work, we got it in one hit! Alright, it's a Starmie. You can do it, Tommy. Hit it with a Hyper Fang. Nice work. A couple more of those and we'll win. Another Hyper Fang. Alright, Quick Attack to finish it off. Yeah, we did it, Tommy. Great work. We got the second badge. Ah. Go! Go! Oh, close. Go! Go! Then up pedal. I normally go on the left side of this, so I wonder if it's different on the right. At all. Kind of is. Kind of is. Ooh, a nice jump there. Ooh, the same kind of jump there. Grinding. This is actually Tony Hawk's Pro Driver 2. Damn. Hitman is the story of Victoria, who's caught in the middle of her parents' rocky divorce. After her father murders her mother, he kidnaps her, and throughout the game, Child Protective Services are trying to save her. Child Protective Services also call in a band of mercenaries consisting of Billy the Kid, Wreck-It Ralph, Weak-Willed Willie, Aquaman, and Ed Neddy. Together, they are initially successful at rescuing Victoria, but Hitman is persistent, and soon the group begins to fall apart.
I got wood, man. Why do I have wood?
Hitman continues his ruthless pursuit of his daughter, killing cops and other innocents. Soon, he begins to take pleasure in the kills, even dressing up as his victims, and he changes from a worried father to a heartless killer. CPS managed to temporarily recover Victoria, but she has been tragically wounded by Hitman. Hitman continues his descent into madness, even going so far as killing innocent nuns. With Hitman's murder of Weak-Willed Willie, the group is stretched to its limits.
Are you fucking kidding me? God damn it!
In the nick of time, Sicko Rico steps in and captures Hitman, but he soon escapes and continues pursuing Victoria with renewed fervor. Hitman is now even more ruthless than ever, even burning down a church. Hitman decides it's time to employ some help of his own, but Victoria learns to fight back and escapes from Hitman's clutches. Hitman, however, doesn't give up, and in the end he's able to finish off CPS, and Victoria is stuck as his hostage. Well, until the next game anyway. Kingdom Box is a crossover between Disney and Square. Disney were the developers of the games. They incorporated characters from Square's games such as Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy VIII, and Final Fantasy X. Kingdom Box is the heartfelt tale of Sora, who lost his dog, Pluto. Throughout the journey, Sora almost finds Pluto, but Pluto is always being taken one step further away from him. Along the way, he meets his friends, Clayton, Hades, Captain Jack Sparrow, and many others. In order to find Pluto, Sora must first find King Mickey, who is hiding behind a ginormous door that requires 2 keys to open. Luckily, the first key was in Sora's hand the whole time, and King Mickey has the second one. With the help of the only black man in the game, Sora manages to open the door and free King Mickey so that Mickey may help Sora find Pluto. As Sora journeys through the world, he must defeat all the evil oppressors of Pluto, such as Winnie the Pooh, Hercules, Jasmine, and Pinocchio. Sora faces many trials in his quest to save his pet dog Pluto. 2 of the most terrifying of these trials were taming a dragon and fighting a ghost. Sora's closest ally throughout this adventure is Rikimaru, who, wielding his ninja blade, manages to fight off Donald and Goofy and help Sora in the final part of his journey. In the end, Sora is reunited with Pluto, and they all lived happily ever after.
I'm sitting at this table called love, staring down at the irony of life. How come we've reached this fork in the road, and yet it cuts like a knife? I'm not crying. I'm not crying. Oh, I'm not crying. Yeah.
Aha! I'm back, and I'm still not crying. Welcome back everyone to the stream. It's time to continue playing Pokemon Red. As part of Pokémarathon Classic, where we're catching every single Pokemon in the first two generations of games. Red, Blue, Gold, and Silver. We are currently trying to evolve a Machop. We got him to level 28. But then we whited out. I was trying to kill him. Trying to make him die. But the infinite agilities of Dragonair were too powerful. Or perhaps too weak. And Machop could not lose, despite my efforts. Despite being half of Dragonair's level. Alright, let's get back to business. You know what I'm thinking? You know what I just thought of? I was thinking, at some point, I'm going to play through Kingdom Hearts again. And at that time, I'll probably play through Kingdom Hearts 2. Whether I play through Kingdom Hearts 3 at that time depends on how rich we are at the time. Because right now we are definitely not in a position to buy PS4 and Kingdom Hearts 3, whenever that comes out. But Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, sure. We already own both of those, the PS2 versions. Whether we get a PS3 and 1.5 and 2.5 before I decide to stream those, that's a very big question. It's probably a no. But we'll see. But when I do the Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 again, I will probably make Kingdom Barks 2. I think the hotly awaited sequel to Kingdom Barks will finally arrive. Since I'm doing these YouTube videos of whatever I stream now, I think that's a pretty strong possibility that I'll do that. That battle with Misty was so intense, oh yeah. So close, so difficult. Yep. I hope you enjoyed the video, Devlin. Feel free to check out my other videos on my YouTube channel. Episode 3 of Ash's Journey will be, that's what the series is called, Ash's Journey. Will be out soon, TM. Finally, a Kingdom Barks sequel, yes! Well, don't get too excited just yet. This is like the super early announcement that it's probably coming. Well, I mean, it's pretty likely. It's very unlikely that I will not make a Kingdom Barks 2. But yeah, it'll take a while. You know, first I have to finish Pokémarathon Classic. Then I have to decide when I'm actually going to play Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. Then I have to play through Kingdom Hearts 1, and I don't know if I'll even make any videos out of that, because I've already got my Kingdom Barks video. Like, I don't know if I would make any videos out of Kingdom Hearts when I've already got one up there. But then I have to play through Kingdom Hearts 2, and then at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2 is when I'll finally be able to make Kingdom Barks 2. So it's... First I have to finish Pokémarathon Classic, which we still have quite a while left in. Then I have to decide what, you know, when I'm playing Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, which might not be right after Pokémarathon Classic. It might not be right away. Because that is a big undertaking, playing through Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. Those are not short games. And then, at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, then I can finally do Kingdom Barks 2. And it will finally happen. And Devlin's dead. Wonderful. Just as we planned. Alright, hit it with an earthquake. May the earth tremble beneath your feet. Or fins, or whatever you have, Lapras. Kingdom Hearts 2 was so confusing at the beginning if you didn't play Chain of Memories. Absolutely, I entirely agree, and it was the main reason I didn't like Kingdom Hearts 2 as much as Kingdom Hearts 1. Alright, now the question is, how much XP do we have left before our pump levels up again, and do we want to try to beat this guy? 434? Yeah, we just want to lose against this guy right away. You know what? I should have started off with our pump in front. But oh well. Oh well. Alright, Carmella, do your thing, and by that I mean hit it with Cut. I want Carmella to die against this Onyx. And it uses Harden. Wonderful. Wonderful. That's going to really get Carmella, isn't it? And it misses with Slam. Are we going to slowly kill this thing with Cut through its Harden? Okay, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Alright. Another Rock Throw. Good. One more of those, Onyx. You can do it. Alright, Rage. Good. Yeah, build up the Rage. Yeah, that's a good one. Anything that damages. Just don't spam Harden against frickin'... Just as Devlin said it, I said it. Don't spam Harden against Narpump. Please don't do that. Yes, your Rage is building. Use Rage. 10. Oh, it's up to 10 damage now, Onyx. You're really getting there. Really getting somewhere with that. Oh, it did 11 or more damage that time. Wow. Alright, now Pump. Do your thing, and by that I mean Leer. Just use Leer. Alright, how much is Rage going to do? Alright, good. A respectable amount of damage. 37 damage. Good. How much is the... Oh, for goodness sake, X defense. Is he going to use X... Is he going to use up all of his X defense just because I'm using Leer? Okay, good. Rage. Good. One more of those. Just one more. Okay, there we go. We actually managed to die. Difficult as that may seem, we actually managed it. Alright, let's go down. Let's just go down here into Victory Road and finish off Narpump. Get Marchop to evolve to Marchoke. I'm going to laugh our first encounter as a Marchoke. Good gravy, listen to my voice. You hear that? Because I do. Goodness gracious. There we go, now I should sound more, much more goodera. Alright, hit it with, strength. Just hit it with strength. Good. 37 XP, oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, this is going to take forever if we encounter those. Let's move Narpump to the front. Do 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 do. Alright. Alright. Let's see what you've got. Hit it with a low kick. Should really wreck it. Well, one more of those. One more of those, Narpump. Did I just hack up my lungs? No. I did have a bit of a cough, though. Did have a bit of a cough. I think it's just allergies that are causing my, you know, phlegmy throat and stuffy nose lately, and headaches. Pretty sure that's all it is. Just a bit annoying because it'll last a while, you know, depending on however long pollens remain in the air, or these particular types of pollens or whatever remain in the air. Could be, you know, for all of autumn too, or most of autumn until we're near winter. Who knows? Who knows? It's a bit unfortunate because I've never had very well, many allergic reactions things in New Zealand. So coming to America, pretty swiftly having an allergic reaction to the very air we breathe is not great. Not great, especially when it largely just affects me in the morning. And when I'm streaming, you know, talking a lot. And I stream in the morning, so not perfect. Not perfect. Hay fever, yes. Something of the sort. Pretty sure hay fever is just a general term for cold-like reactions to common allergens in the air. I think, right? Wow, you better not kill an R-Pump with that, you bastard. Oh, great. Just great. Is everyone else going to get XP from the XP all? Yes. Oh, for goodness sake. Now Pump is down, there's no point in this battle, alright? Leave me be. Alright, just had to mute the mic there for a second again. You know, address this throat, although it doesn't sound any better, does it? Good gravy. Good gravy. You're lucky you don't have any allergies? You are indeed. Allergies are extremely common. Most people have some kind of allergies to something, even if they don't find out what. For a very long time. Alright. Drink of water seems to have done nothing to solve the sound of my voice. Wonderful. Wonderful. You're allergic to way too much stuff? Well, that is unfortunate. Way too many things. Indeed. Alright, hit it with a switch into Devlin. That'll be the best move. You've never found any allergens to which you are allergic? Alright, hit it with Thunder. Wonderful. Hit yourself instead, and now hit it with a Thunder. Alright, good. Good, good. Alright, alright. Wonderful. Okay, 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 yes. Now Pump is evolving! Number 107, I do believe. Deedly deedly doo. Alright, now we can get the hell out of here. Whoops, 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 there we go. Alright. Alright. Let's heal and then put this guy in the bank. In the box. Rather. Dee-doo-doo. Right, alright. Okay, well we should actually, before we go in there, what do we want next? We're at 107 Pokemon caught. Sandshrew is on Pokemon Blue, Vulpix Pokemon Blue, Meowth is blue, Alakazam needs a trade, Bellsprout is blue, Graveler needs a trade, Dodrio. Alright, we're going to switch to Doduo now. And evolve Doduo to Dodrio. Alright, now Pump, you can get in the box. Get in the box. We are probably up to box 4 with Doduo, but maybe box 3. What was Doduo called? Not Frank, that was Pharaoh. Frozone, Mystery, Narwhal, Palpatine, Umber, Raven. Sheldon? What's Sheldon? Shelder? Yeah. Know that by the name. Rick, Piggy, Marcel, Mark. I sell none of those, so it must be in box 3, I think. Bum 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 bum. Electrocat, Bomb, Magnet, Forks, Sporingons, Racket, Jelly Blob, Neil. On Ultimate, Growlithe, Airbender, Oatmeal. It could be Oatmeal. Nope. That is Omanyte. Oxygirl, Grim, Venosmack, Billy? Could be Billy. Nope, that's Tentacruel. Alright, maybe it's in box 2. I wouldn't expect it to be. Big G? What's Big G? That's Cubone. Foop? Could be Foop. Nope, that's Ghastly. It's Laptop. Lapras, right, forgot about that one. Chun-Li? It could be Chun-Li. I think that's Hitmonlee. Yeah. Hitmonlee. American Extinctio. I think it's Extinctio, isn't it? Yes, there we go. Extinctio. It's a bit of an insensitive name for Doduo, but what are you going to do? Alright. Alright. Oops, whoops, whoops. Okay. Now let's look up Doduo and see what level will evolve to Dodrio. Doduo. Bird Pokemon. Evolves at level 31. Okay, that's not bad. That's not too bad. We can do that pretty reasonably. In a reasonable amount of time. Alright, hit it with a Thunder. Why do I have Devlin out in front? Well, Devlin's dead. Well, not quite. Alright, hit it with Thunder. Alright, that might kill it, but probably not. I think we'd have to crit for it to kill it. Oh, we paralyzed it. Could prevent the Aurora Beam. Or it could just use Growl. Hey, too. Alright. One down, thanks to Devlin. Yes, yes, people get XP with the XP hole. I wish there was an XP share in this game. I wish. But oh well. XP hole does the job, I suppose. Why is my CPU? It is so peculiar. This doesn't make much sense. My CPU is at 73 degrees right now. It's just an i7 3770 on a stock cooler. So 70 degrees is not, you know, it's about normal for about like 50% CPU usage or something. You know, a medium load. Or I would call that a pretty big load actually. And streaming and playing and capturing with a capture card and all that stuff. Sure, I could see that. But my CPU usage in Task Manager is showing just above 30% right now. My CPU usage in Open Hardware Monitor is showing below 30% right now. 5 to 10% below what it shows in Task Manager. Very peculiar. Mighty peculiar. Alright, switch to Carmella. See, in the Performance tab, I mean the Process tab, it shows 33%, 34%, 35%. In the Details tab, 75% of my CPU-ish is being used by System Idle Process, which means it's not being used. So Task Manager is incorrectly displaying my CPU usage. I've been having an issue like this for a while now. It's happened twice anyway. That when I turn on my computer, my CPU will just be at 100% usage and it'll be at like 80 degrees. And it won't, the only way I've found to fix it is to use a system restore point. But, you know, if I go into the Details tab, it shows 98% of my CPU being used by System Idle Process. Yet my CPU is sitting at 80 degrees, you know, it's very strange. I don't know what's going on. Whether it's Windows 10, whether it's my CPU, whether it's the motherboard. I have no idea what the issue is. But why does a system restore fix it? It must be the OS, right? It's very strange. Very strange. Alright, finish it off. Hey, Nitroman survived the Lapras fight. Marvelous. Alright. Okay. Blah blah. I have no idea what's going on with my computer. But it's annoying me because its CPU just seems to be at a higher temperature than it needs to be at. The CPU usage is being displayed incorrectly in Task Manager. But the temperature is being displayed correctly, it just shouldn't quite be that hot. And it's heating up the room more than it needs to be, you know? Making me feel hot. When I get hot, I get agitated. And when I get agitated, I'm less entertaining. I don't know what is going on. I don't know. I could switch back to Windows 8.1. I don't know about that though, like I'm gonna have to go to Windows 10 at some point. Maybe I don't know. I don't want to, but maybe I should just do a fresh install of Windows 10 rather than an upgrade from 8.1 to 10 or something. I don't know. I just don't know. You've never understood why Bruno had Onyx? Well, because he does a lot of training and he's, you know, he's about strong Pokemon. Not just fighting type Pokemon necessarily, but strong Pokemon. And Onyx is very strong, defensively anyway. Yeah, it's very powerful. It can dig through the ground and smash buildings and stuff like that, so quite strong indeed. Alright, hit it with Earthquake. I'm really hoping. Why do I say hoping now? I said that last stream as well, hoping. What the hell? I'm really hoping that when I restart my computer later, my CPU usage doesn't go to 100%, my temperature doesn't go to 80 degrees. You should do a fresh install of Windows 10, you highly recommend. If you do upgrade, your computer will get a lot slower, you reckon? My computer hasn't been any slower. I've had no visible problems from upgrading unless this is one of them. If this is an issue caused by upgrading from 8.1 to 10, then this is the only issue I've had because of upgrading rather than doing a fresh install. So, I don't know. Alright, Bruno down. Alright. Alright, Agatha. Do. You upgraded from Windows 7, that might be the case? Yeah, maybe. I upgraded from 8.1 to 10, so... I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know, a fresh install is never really a bad idea. It just takes up a lot of time. Reinstalling everything that you need and backing up all of the files that you want to keep. Getting everything set up again the way it was. You know, it's a bit of a hassle. We have Nitroman still. Let's bring out Nitroman for this. Really like Windows 10 after you purchased your new computer? Yeah, Windows 10 is good. I haven't encountered that many issues with it, really. It just makes me wonder if this is an issue with Windows 10. You know, I don't know whether it's a Windows 10 issue or just an issue that I'm having. Maybe it's an issue with the CPU, maybe it's an issue with this motherboard, maybe it's an issue with who knows what. Who knows what. Alright, Haunter. Hit him with an wait, shit. I should have switched back to Carmella, who has Earthquake. Bugger. Booger me. And Nitroman is dead. Better than 8 from what you hear, you never had 8. Windows 8 was like Windows Vista. Windows 8.1 was like a patched Vista that was halfway between Vista and 7. and Windows 10 is like Windows 7. I'm saying, you know, relative to their times. Don't know why, but all your windows on the second screen when scrolling, when playing games, and streaming on Windows 10. That seems like an incomplete sentence. What? All the windows on your second screen were scrolling. Oh. Were scrolling when playing games and streaming on Windows 10. Huh? That's weird. I have no idea why that would happen. Do 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 do. Extinctio's getting some more XP. Alright, Gengar. Hit him with an earthquake. Alright. That'll about finish him off. Went back to 8.1 and it was fine? I see. I don't know, I think there's a downgrade option back to 8.1. Maybe I should just go back to 8.1. And then I can maintain all of my programs that I have installed and everything. Except for the Windows 10 specific stuff. Which I don't really have much of. Who knows? I'll see if I can downgrade back to 8.1. Today, because yeah, I didn't have this weird CPU heat issue. CPU usage issue for Windows 10. So we'll just see what happens. We're getting to level 31, right? Able to reopen that tab easily. Yep. Bum, ba-dum. Yes, level 31 for Doduo to evolve to Dodrio. Alright, hit it with a Mega Punch. I don't know, there aren't any Windows, there aren't any DirectX 12 games that I want to play yet. There aren't any programs that only work on Windows 10 that I need to use yet, or want to use yet. Oh dear. And we're dead. You're using a 4790K. Really should be using water cooling, but you're a scrub? I don't know. Liquid cooling isn't necessary. Liquid cooling's nice, but as far as I've seen, you know, you don't get that much more out of a liquid cooler compared to a decent air cooler. Like, you can spend half the price of a good liquid cooler on an air cooler and get very similar performance. You get more dust build up inside your case, I guess, but I mean, blast that out every now and then you're fine. Then you don't have to deal with potential leaks, and the water gets very gummed up over time, or the liquid can get very gummed up over time. Get a lot of junk built up. Alright, hit it with another Fury attack. I might have to end today's stream early, just because I have a lot to do. I have a lot to do. With this computer stuff, trying to figure out the mic, editing the video, doing the chores for the day, after Miko. Got washing to do as well today. It's a big busy day for me today, so I don't know, I might have to end the stream an hour early. That stuff. And it's getting frickin' hot in this room. Good gravy. It is getting warm in here. CPU is just sitting at 71 degrees. It's not making me pleased. I bet if I restart my computer it's going to be at 100% usage. And it's going to be hitting 80 degrees constantly. I bet that's what's going to happen. 71 isn't bad. It's bad when your CPU usage is supposedly less than 30%. It's 25%, 20 to 25% right now. 71 degrees, pumping out hot air from my computer to this now hot room. Yeah, it shouldn't be doing that. There's some kind of problem, Diddy, you might not have heard before. Task Manager is incorrectly showing my CPU usage. Right now, Task Manager is... I don't have it open right now, but it's probably saying, like... Well, yeah, it said 80 when I just opened it, but it went down. It's saying 30 to 40% CPU usage. Open Hardware Monitor is more accurately saying about 20 to 25% usage. Because the percentages in Task Manager just aren't adding up. They just aren't even adding up. I have one thing at 20%, one thing at 5%, or one thing at 18%, one thing at 5%, one thing at 2%, and then everything else is less than a percent. Some of them are even just, a lot of them are even displaying at 0% CPU usage. It doesn't add up to 34% CPU usage. So Task Manager's been incorrectly displaying my CPU usage. My CPU's been getting much hotter than it should be for the actual usage. It's just weird. And sometimes, when I start up my computer, I've had this problem twice so far. When I start up my computer, my CPU usage will be in Task Manager at 100%. In Open Hardware Monitor, it'll be at 0 to 2%, is what it actually is. But the CPU temperature will be 80 degrees, as if it's really at 100%. So it's like the CPU is at 100%, doing nothing. That's really strange. Really strange. And it's a bit of an issue that I need to work out. I have no idea what could be causing it, other than Windows 10. So, yeah. Pretty weird. Very weird. Alright, alright, alright. Come on, come on. Bring out Devlin again. Devlin will probably get wrecked by Lapras. I'm getting so hot in here. Good gravy. Alright, it's time for Nitroman. Can he finish off the Lapras? He should be able to take 2 hits from Lapras. And it should take 2 hits to kill Lapras, and since we're faster, mathematically speaking, we should be good to go, unless they use a Super Potion and then we're even better off. Alright. Good, good, good. Yes, yes, yes. How dare you? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, yeah, get over it. Okay, okay. La-di-da-di-da. Okay. Oops. You know what? I can think of one thing that I changed on my PC before all this weird CPU usage started happening. And I could actually change it back right now, but it might screw up the stream. We'll see what happens. I'll try it. And that is, I changed my monitor from 60 Hz to 75 Hz. It's the only thing that I can think of that I actually changed. So I'm going to quickly try changing it back to 60 Hz, as if that would make a difference. Probably won't. 60 Hz, yes please. Screens are all refreshing now. Oh, that was pretty quick. Nothing really seemed to get messed up. And CPU temperature staying the same. CPU usage staying the same, so that's obviously not the issue. I just thought, hey, that's one thing I changed between then and now. Could be somehow it. Thing is, I have no idea what it is. Yeah, anything could be the issue. Anything could be the issue. Hit it with Surf. Alright. Ice Punch shouldn't do too much. Nope. Even though it's super effective, it doesn't do very much damage, because Hitmonchan sucks. Sorry any Hitmonchan fans. Alright, alright. Yes, yes, yes. Hitmonlee. Surf should do the trick. Alright, alright. Finished him off. What do we have next? Nitroman's level 59. We're really getting up there. I think when we get our whole team back together with Dave, the Graveler, and Ace, the Pidgeot. Oh, we can keep Nitroman. And what's our Primate's name? Whatever our Primate's name is. We get those three back on our team, I think we'll be able to defeat the Elite Four now. I don't know, it'll be still difficult with Gary. The Pokemon League champion will still be a challenge. So we don't want to switch. Just keep in Nitroman. Alright, hit it with Surf. Alright, X-Defend does nothing. Good gravy, I hate allergies. I'll just talk like this all the time because of them. Hope you guys enjoy my great commentary with this voice. Not that, not to insult anybody who actually has a voice like that, but I just don't like it. When my voice goes like that. Do not like it at all. Alright, alright, alright. Come on, come on. Yes, we know everybody gets XP. That's why it's called the XP all. How could I lose? Blah, blah, blah. Alright. Alright. Agatha. Let's do it. What did you come back to? I don't know. I don't even remember what I was saying 10 seconds ago. I have no idea what you're referring to. No idea. Did I turn... Oh, the voice. The voice. I've just, hay fever. Hay fever. Hay fever made my voice go like that sort of thing. So I did it on purpose that time. But it made my voice go like that, so I, just jokingly decided to speak like that. Unlimited power! Alright. Let's hit him with... Thunderbolt's fine. Thunderbolt or Ice Beam would both do a good job here, I think. Alright, alright. Oh no! His Golbat's paralyzed. What is he going to do now? Come on, Nitroman. Don't hurt yourself. Hit the enemy. Hit it with a Thunderbolt. You can do it, Nitroman. Nope. Apparently he can't. Come on, hit through the confusion already, you bugger. There you go. Execute Order 66. Alright, alright. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, yes, Haunter, no problem. Well, we don't have a ground type move. I should have switched to Carmella. Oops. Surf should do quite a bit of damage anyway. Yeah, Confuse Ray. Hit through the confusion, Nitroman. You've done it before and you can do it again. Good work. Alright, Hypnosis, wonderful. Where is the Pokeflute? Alright. Now, hit it with... Whoops. Hit it with Surf. Okay, hit through the confusion again. Marvelous, my good sir, marvelous. Alright, alright. Bark, we'll definitely switch back to Carmella now. Use Earthquake, it will be much more effective than Surf. Alright, hit it with Earthquake. Feel the earth tremble beneath your scales. One down, and one more to go. Yes, the XP, yes, yes, yes. Alright. Gengar remains. Hit it with Earthquake. Excellent. Yes, yes, yes. The XP all does this and that, and everybody gets XP. XP for all, we know, we know. Alright. The next fight starts with the Gyarados, so we should start it with Nitro Man. Alright. Lance, you stand no chance. Alright. Gyarados can't stand against Nitro Man. Hit him with a Thunderbolt. And that should be a one-shot since it's 4 times the damage. Excellent. Easy peasy. Alright, Dragonair. Nitro Man's still the best choice with Ice Beam. Thank you. Oh, what? Alright, he'll probably use some kind of potion, so another Ice Beam. Nope, it just uses Agility. Alright. Am I a Sith Lord yet? I've always been a Sith Lord. On the inside. Alright, alright. XP for all. XP for Extinctio. We know, we know. Another Dragonair to bite the dust. Here you go. Alright, good. Nitro Man gets some XP, Carmella gets some XP, Extinctio gets some XP. Good, Aerodactyl should not be a problem, though we might use Surf. I don't know, is Ice super effective against Rock? I don't know, let's use Ice Beam. The Jedi are evil? Oh, I totally agree. Totally agree. And Sith are just misunderstood. Sith are misunderstood. Sith are misunderstood. Alright, finish it off with Ice Beam. Unless it kills us with Takedown. Nope, not quite. Alright. Aerodactyl is dead. Alright, Nitro Man's level 60 now. He should be able to one-shot both those Dragonairs without critical hits now. I do believe. And Dragonite is in for a fight. Ho 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 ho. And Agility. Wonderful, wonderful choice there, Lance. Hyper Potion will not save your Dragonite. Alright. Down it goes. Easy peasy. Surely Extinctio's close to leveling up now. There you go. Level 31 is the goal with Extinctio. That's it. I hate to admit it, but you are a Pokemon master. Blah blah blah. We've already beaten him once before, but never beaten the Gary, the Pokemon League champion. And I don't actually want to beat him yet. I'd like my full team to be catalogued in the Pokemon League thingamy-bob, whatever it is. So hopefully we lose to Gary. We probably will. What does he start off with? A Pidgeot? And then Alakazam. Seem to remember? We don't have anything super effective against Alakazam at the moment. We don't plan on adding anything to our team that will be super effective against it. Alright. Hit it with Thunderbolt. Good. Not quite enough, though. But it decided to use, what is it, Aerial Ace or something like that? I don't know. Sky Attack? Can't remember. It's one of those types of moves. I think it's Sky Attack. The 2-move, charge up and then attack. Silly move, but it's flying type. Alright, Alakazam. I suppose just go in with Nitro Man, see what we can do with strength. Alakazam has outrageous special, so there's no point in using a special move against him, but apparently that choice is taken away from us anyway. Alright, Carmella. Time for you to lose against this extremely powerful Alakazam too. Hit it with a Mega Punch. Oh well, we are faster than Alakazam with Carmella. Wow! Hey! Wow. Yes, XP, XP, yep, thank you. Ride on! We have Earthquake. Although he has a Blastoise, so Carmella's definitely going to get wrecked by the Blastoise. We might make it to the Blastoise, though. Okay, Fury Attack, sure. Go ahead with the Fury Attack. Even if it hits 5 times, it's only 50 damage. Even if it crit 5 times, it would only be 100 damage. Good luck to you, sir. There you go. 50 damage. Good work. Another Earthquake for you. This crits, he's dead. Oh. Full restore. Wonderful. Alright, hit him again. Good. That seemed to do about half, so if we get another high roll on the damage here, we might actually finish him off. Nope, not quite. Clear this time, no full restore. Finish him off with Flamethrower. Alright, that did the job. What do we have next? You'd laugh if I beat the Elite Four here? Oh no, I would purposefully die rather than beat the Elite Four right now. Arcanine. Well, Earthquake is good against Arcanine, I think. Ground is super effective. Wow, the Arcanine sprite is hideous. I forget every time till I see it again. Then I remember how hideous it is. Alright. Roar does nothing. Finish it off with Earthquake then. Could have used Mega Punch there to finish it off, probably. Save the one Earthquake PP we had left. But oh well. Oh well. Hey, we're getting plenty of XP for Extinctio. Executor? Well, Carmella's the perfect one for this. Just hit it with a Flamethrower. Probably won't one-shot, but 2 shots? Sure. And I doubt it has anything good against Carmella. Barrage is a multi-hit attack, yep. Oh dear. 14 damage per barrage means at most 60 damage. Right! 4 times 5 is 20, 4 times... 10 times 5 is... yeah. So it's 60. There we go. One more, I mean... Jeez. With Mega Punches, that might be possible to beat Blastoise, but I'm pretty sure he'll... Well, you know what? He would probably... he could miss his Hydro Pumps. But we're just going to use Flamethrower to make sure we don't kill him. Even with Mega Punch, I think it would be... Wow! Flamethrower does more than I thought, and he's not... Come on. Hit me with Hydro Pump. Come on, Blastoise. I don't want to crit him. I did not crit him. Okay, there you go. There you go. Maybe 2 Mega Punches would have beaten him, but I don't want to beat the Elite Four yet. I'm intentionally losing here. Alright. Let's just hit him with a Fury attack. And we're dead. Good work, Extinctio. You really did your part there. Alright. Alright guys, it's been another hour, and usually I would just take a break here. However, I'm having PC issues. I have no idea what's going on. CPU issues related. I have no idea why my CPU usage is so high, or appearing high but not actually high, and then the temperature is really high. I don't know. But I'm going to try to figure all that shit out. So thank you all so much for watching until now. I'm ending the stream a bit early just so I can try to diagnose this shit. Because, yeah, it's really, really annoying and really a problem. There aren't any streams on Twitch I would like to host, so I'm just going to go and look at YouTube Gaming. And see if there are any streams that jump out at me as a stream that would be nice to watch. So let's just take a look at the live streams. Let's see. League of Legends, Minecraft, DayZ. Boring stuff. Playing Life is Strange. Dark Souls? Back to roll live stream? Hey, that sounds interesting. I'm just going to go and bring up this Dark Souls live stream. If you guys want to check it out, feel free. If not, feel free to not check it out. Or check out my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/ultimanerd, where I upload all my videos. Thanks for hanging out. And I will be back online, assuming there are no major issues, tomorrow. 3 hours ago tomorrow. And hopefully I won't have to cut the stream short tomorrow, so I'll see you then.